All right, what's up? Welcome. Today's plan is we're doing dating advice, okay? These are always some of my most fun streams. If you've never been in one of these, basically you just hit -- dating and you submit your question. That's it. And I go through them in order, okay? I get a lot of submissions every time. And I guess I'll get started when we get like, oh, we're already at 6. Oh, okay. I haven't done this in a bit, but as I said, chat, I went on 2 whole dates with a human, an actual 3D woman that I met online. It's no longer pandemic hugs who's just talking like a man broken who hasn't been on a date in a year. This is 2021 post-pandemic vaccinated hugs on real life dates. Not e-dates, not awkward Discord calls. IRL, baby. Live. How did my game hold up? Well, okay, first of all, I don't like calling it game. I know what you're saying, though. My ability to talk to other humans definitely fell off post-pandemic, but everybody's did. But now I've like picked it back up. I got into the groove really quickly again. Back on the pogo stick, as Mango used to say. I'll ride that pogo stick, baby. I don't care what it sounds like. I'm back on that pogo stick, baby. I hopped all the way on. Oh shit, what a twist. This guy's fucking Sigma. Okay, here we go. So yes, you hit ! dating. I will pull up your question. So keep in mind a couple things, chat. This is an 18+ stream. If you are below the age of 18, do not ask me anything on this. If I get some kind of question of like, oh, I just got into high school and I think this girl's cute, I'm not going to answer it. I'm going to close that shit. I've already made this stream mature for mature audiences only. If for some reason you snuck in somehow, you ask me a question, I find out you're not 18, I'm not going to answer it, okay? Don't worry about it. Actually, you shouldn't be even thinking about relationships until you are at least 29. That one's for free, chat. That tip is for free. Don't even think about it until you're 29. It gets mature. People are allowed to ask me literally anything. I could choose to skip it if I think it's just insane, but you could ask me anything. You could ask anonymously too. All right, so we got some questions in and we'll get started. And remember, I'm showing the questions on stream. So if you're asking some shit you don't want people to know, you probably shouldn't ask it on a dating stream. Okay? All right, what's the sitch? How do I ask someone out? I've been asked out before, but I've never done it before, so I'm wondering how to do it and not be too awkward. Back in my day, we used to go up to a girl, if you wanted to date girls, right? This is just my example. I'd go up to a girl and I would go, hey, would you like to go steady? That was a term that we used back in my day. So you should try that. And then she's going to slap you in the face because she's going to have no idea what the fuck you're talking about. Okay, look, real talk, we never said steady. They would say that in movies like Back to the Future. Say, hey, you want to go steady? Right? In the Wonder Years, that's when they would say steady. Okay, I never said steady. But the real answer here, it goes 2 ways. I think it's okay to ask someone to hang out or without it being a direct invite to a date, right? At a certain age, those types of ideas are kind of like, no one plays those games anymore. And then they just say, hey, do you want to go to dinner sometime? And it's you asking them out. It's you asking them on a date, right? But if it's your first time asking someone, I don't think that you're in a spot where you're going to be able to handle that the right way. Okay, that's just my actual opinion there. First of all, think about what you want to do. Make it low pressure. Make it low commitment. Don't make it like a whole steak dinner. You're wearing a suit, taking her out like at 7 p.m. on a Saturday because people got better shit to do. And just make it like a casual thing to hang out. You invite her to a thing or to a place, ask if she'd like to go. I actually don't think that you should go up to someone and say, hey, can I take you on a date? No one really says that. I know that a lot of people are kind of like angling towards just being really straightforward, and I think that's still dope. But I don't think it hits the same when you ask someone, hey, would you like to go on this date at this steak dinner restaurant? Unless you've done it before, you know what you're doing, and you're dealing with another experienced adult, right? And there might be a reason that they already kind of like you, right? I guess my first question would be, is this just a random person that you're thinking of asking out? Or you're just asking in general, how do I ask a person out? If it's just a general, like, how do I ask people out? The less pressure, the better. Like, I personally like taking people out for a drink. So I will say something like, for example, yo, I know this really cool bar out in this city. We should go. And then she says, yeah. And then I say, cool. How does Wednesday sound? I pick the day. Always when you're doing this conversation, you're trying to figure out if they're willing to hang out with you, pick the day. Don't leave it up in the air. Pick the day. Pick the time. Let them tell you if they're free or not. And if they are, then you're good. You could also ask, like, what day works for you this week? And then they tell you. That's it. Right? It gets more complicated than that depending on who you're dealing with. But that's the general gist of it. And I know what I'm talking about because I went on 2 whole Bumble dates with the same person. So I know what the fuck I'm saying. Who else could say that in chat? You're damn right. Okay, next question. All right, we got a doozy here. Apple X Man, good friends with her, and we have been talking a lot recently. We have hung out a few times, like going to the beach at 3 a.m. Oh, shit, 3 a.m. Beach. And then we went on a long drive and kind of trauma dumped on each other and talked about past relationships and how we are both not necessarily ready, but the feelings I have for her are way too strong and I don't know how to approach her with my feelings. This goes one of 2 ways, buddy. One of 2 ways. You're either this close because she views you as a great friend that she is not interested romantically at all, or she is very interested in you romantically and she's nervous about it. But usually people give you a solid sign. When you're this close with someone and there's not clear signs that there is romantic interest from her, that means that she's viewing you as a very close friend, which is fine. Nothing wrong with that. But it seems to me like you're not on that page. You're on a different page. I think relationships should be very reciprocal. If you are in a position where you are straight up like you have strong feelings for this person and you could kind of tell that that is not reciprocated, it is a very rough process and it's something that I recommend getting out of. To be straight up. That doesn't mean that it needs to be weird or cruel or anything. What I'm saying is I think that everyone should aim to preserve their peace of mind. And being in a spot where you're like absolutely in love with someone who does not reciprocate those feelings, but they still have love for you as a friend, it is a very tumultuous experience that could f with your head, and you're constantly going back and forth like, should I try again? Does she have feelings for me now? And at a certain point, you gotta value your peace of mind more than that friendship. One thing I don't advocate for is pretending to be someone's friend in the hopes that one day she will be with you. Romantic. That's also a bad thing. It's kind of underhanded. People do it, and it's kind of fucked up for the person who thinks that you're just an honest friend. And it turns out that you're just in love and shit. I recommend one of 2 things. If you feel that you can come to terms with your feelings and just live with it, but it's not going to affect the way that you are in this friendship, then you can run it. Feelings are feelings. You can't control how you feel, and you learn to live with it, right? You could also go the route of literally just putting your feelings on the line, seeing how she feels. She says, no, I don't see you that way. You say, okay, then I probably need some time away for this because it's not very healthy. If you feel like it's not healthy for you, that's your other option. You could also do that. But don't do the thing where you just hang around hoping she ends up liking you. Try to make moves in one direction or the other and accept the result. And that if you can't handle it, then it's okay to not be in a friendship if it's not healthy for you. I want people to understand that sometimes you gotta break off a friendship if the person's not healthy for you. The person can be fine. They might just be totally cool people. You just got these feelings, then the shit ain't healthy for you. So you gotta do what's best for you, and that's it. Yeah, that's a tough one. You gotta think through it. Ghost Fiesta. How do I stop falling in love with beautiful, unavailable European women? Are you from Europe? Or are you from the US and you just go online and you keep falling in love with European women? I don't know how to answer this. I'm American and I live in Spain. By unavailable, are you saying that you have like a fetish for women that are with other people? What do you mean unavailable? Why don't you fall in love with a beautiful, available European woman? It's summer and everybody's only here temporarily. Only in Spain temporarily? I mean, are you falling in love? Because you could have a good time too. I feel like this wasn't like a super serious question. You're just telling me you keep falling for these gorgeous European women that aren't going to be around for a while. To me, that doesn't sound like a terrible thing. You could just have your good time here and there. Maybe don't fall in love and like be down with the summer romance. That's okay. It's an experience. All right, we got a big one here. Mortar 2K. I've gone on multiple first dates. Now, where she told me she wanted to fuck. We got the mature words here. Everybody here's above 18, right? Wait, hold on, wait. You told me you've gone on multiple dates with different people, and on day 1, multiple people are telling you they want to fuck. Oh shit, we got a lot of cool guys here today, chat. Oh, this is blowing my mind. Do you guys even need me? And now we got Mr. Cool Guy with every girl asking him to fuck every single day he goes on. Holy shit. Am I still relevant to Smashers? This doesn't sound like a Smasher problem. This is a Chad Pub. What is this? After we went to our respective homes, okay? How do I make the first move without being a weirdo? I can't invite them over because I live with my parents. Also, any tips on coming off less naive? Hold up, wait. What do you mean first move? They're making the move, are they not? You want to know the classic Hugs tip on not having the best living at home situation to bang? This is the Hugs 86 solution, okay? You plan a road trip to a cool city. I don't know where you live, okay? But I live in California. We could talk about San Diego, Santa Barbara. We should go sometime. I know a lot of cool places out there, and I know what the deal is, so we go together, and we get a place, and then we hold hands in the bedroom, and then you don't have to worry about the house thing. And then, once that's all taken care of, then maybe it's a little less weird that she comes over to your house, or like, does she have a place? I don't know, somebody's got to have a place. Otherwise, sex is pretty hard to begin with, right? So she doesn't have her own place, you don't have your own place, you got to get creative. So you do the trip. You do the trip for the first time so it can be nice. It can be special. And then after that, because you don't want to be paying all that money for a Santa Barbara trip every time, then you start banging in cars and alleyways. Right? You got to do it where you can. In the guise of the night. In the woods, you know, whatever. Whatever she's cool with. Yeah, look, you don't have to worry about the first move, okay? Clearly, they're making the first move. They want to bang. This is what I call logistics, okay? Your logistics are f***ed. And that's a very real thing. Sometimes everything's going great, but the logistics are trash. I am a person who thinks a lot about logistics. I want to make sure that everything lines up just in case this person that I like is, you know, down. That means that if I'm going to hang out with someone that I think there's a shot and I really like her, my whole ass room gets cleaned up. I don't even know if we're going to have sex or anything. But I just want to make sure that should it come to that, the logistics are right. Can I bring her to my room? You go on a road trip. You make sure the logistics are right. You get that Airbnb. Place to yourselves. Don't share a room with other people. Somewhat related pro move. Highly recommend a road trip relatively early in the courtship in order to see how compatible you really are. Yeah, I mean, even then, I still think road trips are actually really good. Getting to know someone and getting a little more serious type of thing. Honestly, it's a really cool way to get to know someone better. You guys get to stay at a place and it doesn't have to be your parents' house or her parents' house. You just absolutely ruin the Airbnb. You fuck it all the way up. And you don't have to worry about it because you paid a $30 cleaning fee. That shit better go to good use. That's what I'm talking about. I don't endorse that advice. Look, I'm saying some of these Airbnb cleaning fees are like $80. Give them something to clean. That's all I'm saying. All right. Definitely a sub who says they are a subscriber says, okay, hold up. I feel like this has to be a troll. It starts off, Hugo, my math professor keeps dropping hints that our relationship is about more than numbers and it's not all adding up. They are 32 and I'm 25, which is only 7 years difference, but they have so much more to offer. As a math major, I'm having trouble figuring out what they see in a broke-ass, no-car-ass, mediocre math college student. Since you kind of had like a math background, you used to do data entry stuff for spreadsheets, right? I'm hoping you can help a fellow nerd balance out this equation. Oh, God. That might be my favorite question ever. There's like number jokes in there. It ends up being a serious question, I guess. This is not adding up. Tafo would be one to write this, but this actually made me laugh, so I know Tafo didn't write it. Have you guys ever seen the math promo on wrestling? It's a classic. Have you guys seen it? Just to remember, chat, always remember the numbers never lie, okay? The numbers never lie. The numbers can't lie. They are unbiased. All right, you ready?
See, normally 2/3%, I got 141 and 2/3 chance of winning at sacrifice. See, Joe, the numbers don't lie, and they spell disaster for you at sacrifice.
Okay, I think he stopped with the number thing. I think this is where it actually ends. But holy shit, that shit killed me when I first saw it. He's got 141% chance. Chat, you can't argue with the numbers. See, every girl that you meet, you got a 50% chance of success, right? It's 50-50. It's yes or no. Okay? There's a 7-year difference. This person's your math professor. It's a little weird. They're above you. There's a power balance. You're looking at a 58% chance of getting this relationship off the ground. You add yourself an 11% chance because you're a handsome dude, and you're dealing with a 69% chance that this whole thing's going to work out. And that's a good fucking number. Hold on, let me flex my titties while I do this. I need I need a chainmail helmet, dude. Does the math check out, chat? 69% chance that this works out. Okay, no, but for real though, is your math professor actually hitting on you? Oh, is this yours? Is this you, Zope? Okay. Okay, never mind. All right, we don't need to worry about it. That was a fucking great question. All right, Yawasi, how do you keep a girlfriend? Well, I'm not married, so I don't know. It depends. Everybody has different needs. For starters, I recommend going to Twitter, going to Tafo's Twitter account, and then seeing all the ways in how he treats his wife, and then just copy that. That's it. Literally every guy, every day is put on fucking notice because Tafo's the best fucking husband on the planet. Wow, Tafo, you're so cool. Married to your beautiful wife and you treat her well. Wow, Tafo. Yeah, we get it, all right? We can't all be Tafo. No, actually, Tafo's great. Like, he actually talks about things that I think are really smart when it comes to relationships, like not keeping score on different things, you know, communicating effectively, doing things for each other just to do them, just to remind yourselves how important the other person is to you. Stop spending all your time on Slippy and focus on your relationship. That's another one. No, just like for real though, communicate a lot. There's one common denominator on every successful relationship, and that's that they fucking talk to each other. All right, yeah, I mean, that's a big question, and obviously there's no easy answer, but like I said, the most common denominator in all successful relationships that I've seen is communication. That's the big one. That's the biggest one. How early is too early to bring up choking with a guy? What? Bonfire, you're just gonna skip the whole line by asking that doozy of a question in the middle of chat? What the f***? How early is too early to bring up choking? Like, literally day one is fine. I don't think there is such thing as too early as long as you talk about it and communicate it. I'll be real, I've talked about choking people pretty early. I mean, as long as you get the vibe that this is the conversation you could be on. I talk about choking all the time. Oh, you mean with your hands? I was talking about choking in tournament. You choke people with your hands? Excuse me? In the end, are we not all chokers? But yeah, never too early, Bonfire. If you were going to ask any of the 5 gods out on a date, who would it be and how would you do it? It would be between Armada and Mango. Armada because that dude's brain is really, really fun to pick at. I've had conversations with him that lasted hours because that dude's just got a lot of insight into all kinds of shit. Will I read them all eventually? No! These are a lot of questions. Okay, let me just finish this answer. It would be Mango or Armada. Armada, you know why. Mango, because he's also very interesting to talk to, and he's the homie for a long time. And he's someone I really enjoy drinking with. So, actually, Armada's really fun to drink with, too. I would not want to share a drink with Hungrybox. I would not want to share a drink with Mewtwo King, not because I don't like Mewtwo King, but because he is a terrible drunk. And Leffen, I don't mind drinking with Leffen, but that man cannot handle his alcohol either. So it's got to be Armada and Mango. Basically, I'm just thinking who I would want to drink with. PP, I think it'd be very interesting to talk to over some coffee, right? But I don't go on coffee dates. I go on drinking dates. So it wouldn't be PPMD. Oh yeah, Leffen's not a god. Oh shit. Who said you were a god? I know it wasn't Pluck. All right, Anonymous. My boyfriend has developed an addiction to hentai, and it's affecting our relationship negatively. What do I do? Sorry, I don't mean to laugh. That's just really funny. I know, it's insensitive of me. Look, who isn't addicted to hentai, huh? Let he who is without hentai sin cast the first stone, okay? I'm putting the stones down. I'm not throwing it. Okay, so my first question is, not that it's a bad thing. I'm wondering, why does it affect your relationship negatively? And this is just an earnest question. I'm actually not judging. I'm curious. Because I could see it both ways. I could see it where it's like, you might just think it's weird and that's why it's affecting it. In which case I would say, don't yuck people's yumps. Or it could be affecting it because he literally only wants 2D women. And you are a 3D woman who don't need no man. A 3D independent woman. And it's affecting your relationship because he only wants 2D. If the person is just into 2D shit, then I think it's whatever, right? Don't yuck people's yums. But if it's like actually affecting things where you just think it's gross, I would say, okay, think about it. I'd say, like, just be a little more open-minded on what people like and what their fetishes are, right? Don't yuck people's yums. But if he's like wearing Ahegao hoodies to like job interviews and shit, then okay, fine, you could have a problem with it. But look, if they're watching the weird shit, then I understand. And what you do is you literally tell them that you're not into this and you need to understand why they're into it. And then if it doesn't align with the way you feel about things, then that is what it is. I am pretty open about people's yums, but if they were into something that I'm just like, yo, that's like actually wrong, then I guess I would say something. Thoughts on adrenaline dates? Misattribution of arousal. Huh? What? What's that mean? My friends don't take me seriously when I talk about absurd dating ideas to increase attraction with a person who you've been dating for a while. My go-to idea is to surprise a date by taking her to a farm for an impromptu hog wrestling contest because it's spicy and insane. Wondering if you have any experience with something similar. Holy shit. No, I don't think this is trolling. I think this is real. This doesn't sound like a joke. Like this expression here, adrenaline dates, it sounds like a thing that I'm just not familiar with. It sounds like it's a real thing. Let me try this out. So, from what I'm gathering, there's a subsect of people who call it adrenaline dates. Misattribution of arousal, another way to talk about it, where the arousal they get is not from the sexual activity or the prospect of sexual activity, but rather the exact thing that they're doing when they spend time with each other, right? I think that's the thing. Like I said, don't yuck people's yums, chat. This is a safe space. Talk about whatever you're into. And honestly, that's not even the weirdest fetish, okay? I've heard of way weirder things, okay? I'm not about that life. I think if anyone invites me to a hog wrestling contest on a first date, I'd be like, yo, can we just go to a bar, please? But I'm going to call it a kink. It's just another kink. I will say, though, surprising a date with a hog wrestling contest, it might not be the best idea. I would walk out if someone surprises me with a Cheesecake Factory date, much less a fucking hog wrestling date. If they take me to a hog wrestling place, I'm going to be like, no. I want to eat pork. I don't want to wrestle it. I'm out. Like, I wore my clothes. I'm wearing a white shirt. You want me to go mud wrestling? But I don't know what the question is. I don't have any experience with it. But I would say, like many kinks, it's all about introducing it to a person that you've become comfortable with. You introduce it through the vanilla stuff. You go to a date, you just do a dinner. She orders the pork belly with the port wine reduction sauce and haricot verts. And then as she's eating the pork belly, you just throw it in. It's like, hey, that tastes good, right? But how would you feel about like wrestling it? She goes, what the fuck are you talking about? I'm just eating here. You go, no, but imagine. Imagine instead of eating it, you actually just wrestled it in a bunch of mud and shit. And if she's like, yeah, why am I eating this? I want to wrestle it. Then you got yourself a date, buddy. Or how about you just tell her, you try to wrestle this fat hog, and then she's like, yes. And then you show up to a farm. And it's just a fat hog in the mud, and then you guys wrestle it. This doesn't feel like advice anymore. But I did give some advice in there, okay? I did give some advice. All right, I don't know if that helped, but just don't surprise people with wrestling hogs. That's all I gotta say. Okay, Ninja says, bro, Hugo a baddie. You right? All right, Absol. All right, you will be the last one today, Absol. How do you gain confidence to talk to women and not feel insecure about yourself? Also, did you know that 60% that watch the YouTube aren't subscribed yet? Crazy, right? Go sub to Hugs86 on YouTube right now. I did not pay Absol for that ad, but I'm not saying he ain't right. Okay? The man is right. I've never heard a better submission in my life. Alright, now, when it comes to confidence, what I think makes a person confident, this is going to sound cliche until I explain it. Confidence is built from within, and it involves a lot of work on tackling insecurities. Okay? I'm not saying, oh, believe in yourself and just go up and say hi. That's not what makes confidence. It's an understanding of yourself and what you're not confident about, and then addressing that. For example, my insecurity was my teeth. I love to smile, but I had shit teeth. So I addressed it. Now, obviously, it's easier said than done. Now my smile is great. And you know what happens? I feel really confident in my smile. I feel great about my smile. I addressed a specific insecurity. I didn't do the thing that people say, oh, your teeth are fine, just believe in yourself more. Now fuck that. I actually wasn't happy with my teeth. I was insecure about it, and I like to smile, and I wanted to fix it. I wanted to have a reason to be confident about myself, so I worked on it, right? And it goes to a lot of things. There are points where I'm not feeling confident because I've gained too much weight. The way I'm going to be confident is by working on this, and then I'm going to feel good about myself, and that confidence will just flow naturally. Now I love how I look. I love my body, and that's reflected in the way I interact with people. I'm confident about it because I worked on it. understanding my strengths, but tackling places where I thought I could be better. And I'm constantly thinking on how I could be better. So a lot of people come into the stream saying, I want to talk to X girl. I want to flirt with women more, but I don't feel good about myself or different things like that. And I always say the same thing. Stop worrying about women and try to find ways to worry about yourself, and then the results will come. Results do not come because you want them. Results come because of performance. So what you have to want is to be a better performer. And like that applies to Smash, that applies to all kinds of different things. What matters is the work you're putting into your performance. And you should never care about the result. What matters is where your effort is going. The desire to be more confident does not matter if you're not putting in the work to tackle these things that you're not confident about. That's all that matters. All right, everybody, I think I'm wrapping it up. Yo, everyone, thanks for buying the dad coin and supporting me in the best way you could possibly support me. Thanks for submitting your questions. Some of them were really tough. You really challenged me today. That was fun as hell. Thanks for being patient with me, just doing less content here and there because I've been focused on other things. If you're not following already, hit the follow button, and then I'll see you all tomorrow, yeah? Thanks for watching, everybody. I hope the advice helped some of you. Later, everyone. Peace. Good night. Love you all. Bye. Do you guys ever want to do a submit your dating profile and I judge it? You know, Ludwig did that. Ludwig invented that. He invented looking at dating profiles on Twitch. He actually invented streaming in general. So I'm just copying all of it.